Chapter 28, Letter 27, The God of Fortune favors the brave. Think about the lucky people you know. I'm sure they are not gentle, courteous, and frugal. What is also very certain is that they always exude a confident light and an easygoing attitude, even appearing very bold. There is a problem of chicken laying eggs and chicken laying eggs. Is it because of good luck that the lucky ones show confidence and boldness, or is their luck the result of self-confidence and boldness? My answer is the latter. God will only give good luck to the brave. This is a motto that I respect throughout my life. Victory does not necessarily belong to the strong. People who are highly vigilant, energetic, courageous, and fearless will also win. Of course, some people believe that thoughtful quality is better than bravery. But bravery and boldness are more eye-catching, more popular, and more attractive than thoughtfulness, and cowardice cannot be compared with them. In this letter, the author discusses the relationship between luck and bravery. He argues that lucky people are often those who exude confidence and a bold attitude, and that their luck is actually a result of their self-confidence and bravery. The author encourages readers to be brave and confident, and to believe that God will only give good luck to those who are willing to take risks and be courageous. One value that can be learned from this letter is bravery. The author emphasizes the importance of being brave and taking risks in order to achieve success. This is an important lesson for anyone who wants to achieve their goals, as taking risks and stepping outside of one's comfort zone is often necessary in order to achieve success. An example of this value in action can be seen in the story of Oprah Winfrey, who overcame significant obstacles and adversity in order to achieve success. Despite experiencing poverty and abuse in her early life, Winfrey pursued her dreams and became a successful media executive and philanthropist. Her bravery and determination in the face of adversity is an inspiration to many and a testament to the power of courage and resilience. Chapter 29, Letter 28, Sincerely believe that there is a way. Believing that something can be done will provide us with creative solutions and bring out our various creative abilities. In this letter, the author emphasizes the importance of having a positive and optimistic mindset when facing challenges. By sincerely believing that there is a way to overcome obstacles, we unlock our creativity and problem-solving abilities. This mindset enables us to approach problems from different angles and find new solutions. One practical application of this strategy is in business. When starting a new venture, it's important to believe that there is a way to make it successful, even in a crowded and competitive market. By keeping a positive attitude and seeking out new ideas, we can differentiate ourselves and find unique solutions that set us apart from the competition. Chapter 30, Letter 29, The End is the Beginning. Every great successful person builds himself up with small successes. They celebrate the realization of their dreams with the ending, and send their new dreams on the road with the ending. This is the result of everyone who has created great achievements. Quality. The first strategy: at the beginning of the competition, we must pay attention to the opponent's situation and the opponent's resources. This means that I have to pay attention to what I and others have, and it also means that I have to understand the fundamentals of reducing opportunities. When starting a new business, you should not take preliminary actions until you understand the overall situation. The first step to success is to understand where and how many resources are needed to achieve your goal. The second strategy: research and review the advantages of competitors, and then make good use of these resources to equip one's own advantages. Understanding the strengths, weaknesses, style of doing things, and personality traits of my opponents always gives me an advantage in the competition. Of course, I also need to know who I am. I use this strategy to make Mr. Carnegie, the inventor of the end is just the beginning, be willing to go down. The third strategy, you must have the right mindset. From the beginning, you must make up your mind and pursue victory, which means that you must act positively and ruthlessly under moral constraints, because this attitude comes directly from cruel and ruthless goals. In this letter, the author emphasizes the importance of starting with small successes to achieve greater achievements. They suggest that every successful person builds themselves up with small successes and celebrates the realization of their dreams with the ending, sending their new dreams on the road with the ending. The author also provides 3 strategies for achieving success. The first strategy is to pay attention to the opponent's situation and resources. This means understanding the fundamentals of reducing opportunities and knowing where and how many resources are needed to achieve your goal. The second strategy is to research and review the advantages of competitors and make good use of these resources to equip your own advantages. Understanding the strengths, weaknesses, style of doing things, and personality traits of opponents gives an advantage in competition. The third strategy is to have the right mindset from the beginning and pursue victory positively and ruthlessly under moral constraints. This attitude comes directly from cruel and ruthless goals. Chapter 31, Letter 30, Don't let the villain hold you back. I have always avoided interacting with these 2 kinds of people. The first type of people are those who give up striving and become wealthy and unsure of progress. They are convinced that they are inadequate and believe that creative achievements are only the patent of the lucky ones. They do not have this blessing. This kind of person is willing to guard a very secure but ordinary position, year after year in a muddle-headed manner. They also know that they need a more challenging job so that they can continue to develop and grow. But because there are countless resistances, they are convinced that they are not suitable for big things. A wise man will never sit and wait for his fate.